Hello everybody, my name is Burnage and this is my review for Ghosts and Goblins on the NES. Ghosts and Goblins is a lie. There isn't even a single goblin in this game. It's mostly demons and devils, which sounds like a good name for a game, but it also sounds like a whole Christian faith less than sales. I like how the game starts out with you in your underwear with your girlfriend in a graveyard. What's going on here? Come on babe, it's on my bucket list. Oh, this is creepy. And this guy shows up and he's like, I am the police and you're going to horny jail, and he steals your girlfriend. But you know that wasn't a real policeman because he would have obviously also taken you to horny jail. And thus your quest begins. Your goal is to move to the right until you reach the end of each level. Get hit once and you're in your underwear. Get hit while you're in your underwear and you're a skeleton. That means you're dead. You can jump and throw projectiles. There are 5 different weapons in this game, but I think you can only get 3 of them in the beginning. The manual really stresses using the 5 different weapons, like it's a big part of the game, but they're few and far between and only a couple of them are any good. You start with the javelin, which is a great forward-moving projectile. If you kill enough dudes with pots, one will eventually drop a knife, which is just like the javelin, but you can throw it a lot faster, so it's just better. You'll also see torches from time to time, but you're gonna want to avoid those. They have a weird arcing path, but the worst of it is that you can only throw 2 projectiles at a time, and the torch will make a fire when it hits the ground, so that means it takes up one of your projectiles while it's burning, so you can only throw half as many projectiles. And the projectile doesn't go very far, so it's hard to fight bosses with it. I also swear there aren't any more knives or javelins for the rest of the game. At least I didn't find any, so if you accidentally pick up a torch, you're kinda stuck with it. And boy does that make the game so much harder. After you beat the boss of a level, like any good knight, you praise the sun! And then it's off to the next level. This game is incredibly hard, and it's well known for that. But it's actually super forgiving, with about half the levels having a checkpoint halfway through and getting unlimited continues. Once you reach level 4, you'll start seeing the axe drop. Finally, I can replace that garbage torch. Oh, how hard it was to get here using the torch the whole way. And then the axe is even worse than the torch? How? So the axe has a weird arcing pattern similar to the torch. And it doesn't do the burn thing, but it has one major problem. It pierces enemies. That sounds great, right? But no, all other weapons kind of explode when they hit an enemy, and this clears up being able to throw another projectile. But with the axe, you have to wait for the axe to go all the way off the screen before you can throw another, and boy does it take forever, so you're just left open constantly, unable to defend yourself. Thankfully, there are infinite spawning ghosts, so you can get the stupid torch back. I only ever got the torch too. I don't know if I could have kept killing ghosts for a different one, but I got the torch like 4 times in a row, so I think that's all you get. At level 5, you'll start to see the final weapon, the shield. It goes straight like the javelin and knife, but doesn't go as far. It also destroys incoming projectiles though, so it's not half bad. I guess I should throw out a spoiler warning now, even though I'm reviewing a 37-year-old game, so wee-woo, look out, here it comes, click off the video if you don't want to know. Most of what I cover from here on will be spoiler heavy. Once you beat level 5, you move on to the final boss, and if you don't have the shield, you get a message that says you don't have a weapon that can damage the boss, and you get sent back to level 4. The only way you would know you need the shield is by going to the boss and getting sent back. Or having the internet. Thankfully, I already knew that I needed the shield going in, so I saved myself a little bit of time. So you make it to the final boss of the shield, and then you get to fight him, and he's really not very hard. It's kind of pathetic, really. Then when you beat him, the game throws a huge curveball at you. Everything is an illusion. Do it again. What? This game really is a lie. I'm gonna put that on my list of top 10 developer dick moves. So if you want the real ending, you gotta play it again. The second playthrough doesn't even change anything. Thankfully it was a ton easier the second time, mostly because I followed the AVGN's advice and I got the knife. Then I kept it all the way up until the shield. Beat the game again and you get the real ending, yay! Also recommends that you play the game again, but nobody in their right mind would do that. Thanks to a glitch though, I think I already know what happens. When I killed the boss the second time, I died right after he did. I got the good ending, and then right after that I got game over. It loaded me in against the final boss again, but on the next playthrough. So I got the illusion ending again immediately. Alright, now let's get into some of the grief you'll go through while you play this game. Ghosts and Goblins is super hard, not just mechanically, but sometimes there's a level of RNG that's straight up unfair. Sometimes, if the game wants you dead, you're just dead. The Red Flying Devils are notorious for being unfairly difficult, but honestly, most people who think that probably didn't make it to the end of the game, because it gets even worse. Sometimes ghosts will spawn almost inside you, and that's just annoying. Then there's those big ladder camping guys that take a billion hits to kill. Those guys are so annoying, I'll take a Red Devil over them any day. But I also fought them with the axe for like 2 hours before I found out I could farm the ghost for another torch, and killing them with the axe just isn't realistic. This game will destroy you over and over, and I probably died in the neighborhood of 500 times. That's a real estimate, not an exaggeration. So you really need to be able to keep your calm to get through this game. It's like Dark Souls level of BS, but worse. Even through all the cheap sections that feel a little RNG reliant and a few major dick moves to make it to the real ending, I really enjoyed this game. It's not for everyone though, so I only recommend it to those that are into a little bit of self-harm. Like and subscribe or you'll find out this whole review was an illusion and have to watch it again for the real review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.